Hi there, I'm back. We finally got a little bit of progress to show you after all this time. I know it's been about a year since it's not like I've done anything, it seems like, but it's been a long time since we released a video. I think I need to title this video, let's see, Sidetracks and Delays, because I have a lot, and maybe excuses, to show you what else happened since last time I've posted a video on this engine. So without further delay, we'll give you a little rundown of what I was doing this summer, off and on and throughout, besides working a lot, which is actually a good problem to have. I did a variety of little projects this summer, including getting a 1977 Chrysler outboard marine engine running. Had been sitting for a long time. A friend of mine had inherited it. I think I have a clip of that somewhere. We'll see. Let's look. I think I can find a clip of it. So choke, I got gas pumped. Let's see what it'll do. Okay, there was that. I did some shoe cobbling for Fran. She had some shoe issues that are some nice shoes that honestly need a little attention and repair and TLC. So did a little of that. I can show you that. That clip probably should show up about now. Well, here's a pair of shoes. Actually, I just fixed one of them. The other one's already fixed. We're just doing some minor gluing and clamping. Yeah, we do it all here. We can do or marine engines, gas turbine engines, shoes, old trucks, lawnmowers, weed eaters, whatever. It's all good. Yeah, I did a pretty thorough brake job on my truck. It has 143,000 miles on it, so time, age. So I replaced lines and such. Alright, complete on the front brakes. Both sides, new calipers, rotors, pads, new flex lines here. You can see they're Russell stainless steel fittings. So I got to put I got to get a shorter screw for this. It's a metric, like an M9 or M8 fine thread. So got that done. I got the other side done. Now we still of course have the rear brakes to do. But I gotta have it. You don't want to skimp on your brakes. So taking a look here at the driver's side, rear brakes on this 2004 GMC Sierra 1500 two-wheel drive. Here's my all new stainless steel brake lines. These are Russell, made in USA. Nice little kit. And then I got the flex line kit is a Russell, made in USA. They're stainless steel flex. The whole kit comes with 5 hoses, and then the stainless steel lines you see there on across the rear axle are from Fine Lines. I got those from Amazon. That was a nice kit. They make a whole line of stainless steel replacement brake lines they're pre-bent and designed to fit OEM installations. So we got just about ready to get the wheels finished cleaning them up and get them installed, and we're going to take it for a ride, see how they do. Hey, and we even got to sneak out to the U.S. Nationals again this year to see some drag racing activity, and we saw some really fast Japanese pro stock bikes. And some pro stock Harleys. So we spent a Saturday out at Lucas Oil Raceway, west of Indianapolis. A short drive, and we had a pretty good time. I took a little video of a monster truck that Bomar has made brackets and parts for, and sure enough, there at the end, you hear Mark's voice come up behind and say, "You can't video that. You can't video that." You know, and of course, I immediately, you know, kind of took him seriously and stopped. So. But he was just kidding. Well, I'll show you that too. Alright, we have a monster truck here. I guess that's what this is. To try to zoom all the way back.
You have to stop videotaping.
I know, I'm trying to videotape.
You have to stop video. You can't videotape that.
You can't? Really? Come here. Come here and show me what you made on it.
Every bracket on it.
We have Bomar's name on this one. So is this a local guy?
Yeah. He's a crew chief on Jack Beckman's funny car. Brackets.
That's amazing.
All the windows.
Is that truly a hitch receiver?
Yeah, that's for when they move around.
Oh,
for towing.
Yeah, they tow stuff, right?
Bring the trailer around.
Yeah, it's like, that looks almost comical.
Yeah, I want to see the trailer before.
Put a bicycle rack on the back of it. So this is, what's it cost to build something like this?
I don't have any idea.
Yeah, like a lot, right?
He did. I mean, he built the chassis in his garage.
That is amazing.
He painted the chassis too.
It's a lot of work. So how do you mock that up and hold it so it's square and welded? Just lots
of. A lot of it on the floor. It's crazy.
You see, the guy built this in his own shop. I bet you wish it was a Ford, though, right?
Yeah, I would. Like that.
I can't even. That's like ridiculous. This is a dumb. This camera doesn't have.
Hey, we're all going the same direction. I'm reading science and stuff.
All right. Well, we'll get to the meat of things. Enough sidetracking. All right. Here we have our fuel cell. Freshly back from Bomar Industries, where it was my original cell of 15 gallons was doubled. Basically, we expanded it to twice the height. So, and Mark and his beautiful craftsmanship has given me a little spout here in which to pour the fuel, as opposed to the old day of having to go in the middle and spill it everywhere or have a long funnel. That's not very convenient with a jet engine. This will allow a funnel to be put here, and we can put our fuel in. That's going to fit right there in the front, as it did, and you will see soon. I promise you, I'm trying to get some progress going here. He had a buddy of his make these U.S. Air Force decals. These are the old school block lettering that I remember when I was in the early 80s. There's our Bomar decal. I put that on there. He did not. I definitely want to give him a plug. He's basically done me a lot of good here, so I consider that a sponsorship. This is my really cool fuel sending unit, fuel level sensor. It's basically just I think a float inside of a tube, and it is a 0 to 90 ohm automotive type system. But that will it's slosh resistant, doesn't have an arm or a float that's actually out in the way. It's very neat. That is available from Tanks Incorporated. I'll give them a plug. TANKS Incorporated. They do hot rod fuel systems. Okay, well, so we'll be working. As you can see, not only was the size increase, but we got some more bungs here for return, vent, a couple other options. and maybe future, and we still have the same, basically the bottom half of this is the same original fuel cell that you saw. Mark painted it this olive drab green to match the intake of the J44, so we're getting some color coordination, trying to. So alright, well, we'll give you another update. Hey, hang on a second. Okay, and here's our nifty cap. This is the neoprene gasket and the cap. I have screws for that up. And then that will be our cover. In the meantime, we're able to remove it for access. Now here, let's look inside and look how pretty it looks. Also do that, so we'll get down in here. And you can see, it's nice and pretty. We got it all clean. I washed it out with dishwashing liquid, hot water, and got every bit of metal and oil and grease out of it. Okay, alright, well there you go. Oh, Aretha. I'll miss her. Okay. Alright, we're going to take a quick look here at the electrical cabinet for the J44. This is built based on, I guess, machinery, manufacturing process, machinery design. This is not aircraft electrical equipment, except for this starter solenoid. Everything in here is basically industrial, commercial, like for machinery. So it's readily available. So I, something I can work with and do the job. These relays are very common. Obviously, breakers, terminal blocks. The aircraft relay for the starter relay is I found on eBay, and I believe it is a Cutler hammer. It's like a 300 amp rated, and it was very reasonably priced. As you can see, we got what I'm doing here with these little relays. This allows a small wire and a small amount of current to be routed through the console cable and through the switches in the console. So when you select a function, it's activating these relays, and then they in turn carry the heavier load to say the accessory that you're trying to control. So my theory here was to run a cable with many small wires for all these functions, and then the power is routed directly or routed directly from our breakers to each circuit through the relay and then to its appropriate load or accessory, i.e. the fuel pump, the ignition module, the fuel control valve, the fuel valve. It's electrically operated. So there you go. I added this relay here. This is the modification I did while the engine's been off the stand, and while I got this box here on my workbench, it's easy to get to. We added this relay to control power to the oil mist lubricator, which has a heating element, and that is to provide a lubricating fog of oil. So that wasn't connected previously on my first runs, and now it will be. All right, so that's a circuit added, a breaker added. There we go. We have a lot of the world represented here in this box. Many things are from Europe, some from Canada. In fact, this enclosure here, it's a Eurobex, and I believe they're made in Blainville, Mississauga, Canada. So that's the enclosure. Well, this is made in USA. This is Cutler hammer relay, solenoid starter control relay. I guess people call them solenoids if you're an automotive guy, but if you're, it's technically a big relay. These are Siemens, and I think they're actually made in China, but a German company, and these little things are made in China. And this is ABB. I think that's Swedish, Switzerland. I don't know. Somebody could tell me that. I know Merlin Garen, that's German. So we got a little bit of everything here. I think there's some Allen Bradley stuff down in here somewhere too, which is American. So we got a little bit of everybody. Okay, hopefully we try to keep these somewhat brief as not to put everybody sound asleep. So we'll cut this video, wrap this up, and we'll get some more material together soon here for another forthcoming video to cover further progress here. Last but not least, Mark's wife had been, in last spring, was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she has been, she had spent the summer going through treatment of both chemo and radiation. And that kept Mark busy because he, you know, wanted to take care of her, and she wasn't feeling very good some days. She's pretty tough, but it really wears you down. And anybody that's been through that would know this. I have personally not experienced it, obviously, or however, she's done well and responded to the treatment, and she hasn't had to have any surgeries or anything like that. The prognosis is good, and she's doing much better now. So, okay, so we'll get off of here and let you come back and see the next time. We'll have a little bit more to show you. So I appreciate it again. Thanks for your patience and loyalty. Thank you for viewing this video, and we will see you on the next one coming up. Thanks again.